Hello, I'm Sola.
I'm Felecia.
I'm Ifa.
I'm Dara.
I was brought up in a church. I grew up in a Sunday school. But it got to a time when I realized that everything I've been trying to do was self-righteousness, trying to live a kind of good life.
The same story is very similar for me. We were in the same church and grew up in this Baptist church, serving God, in quote. We go to the church, we do everything we're told to do.
In Isaiah 64:6, that says that we are like filthy rag, that everything we do before God, they are like filthy rag. And this really touched my heart. I knew that all the so-called righteous things I was doing before God, I need Jesus Christ.
Not until I got into high school that a friend invited me along to a meeting. Hearing that message about being born again, knowing very similar to my husband, was also mentioned that all our righteousness, they are like filthy rag before God. This touched me, and at that point, I made a personal commitment to follow God and to serve Him.
It took about 6 years before we understood, or I personally understand, that God is actually calling us out of Nigeria at that point in time to UK. And within 4 months of understanding that principle, the door was opened, everything came through, the job came through, and we moved to UK to start serving God in UK. While we're in UK, our daughter Dara gave her life to Christ. Can you share testimony?
So I was about 8, I think, and we watched a movie called Left Behind, and it was basically about a guy who saw the world end and he was left behind. And I decided that I didn't want to be left behind. So that night I went into my room and I prayed, and I let Jesus into my heart.
And that was a wonderful night for us as parents. So in 2006 or 7, when God was speaking to us, we were not too sure. We took time to pray about it with some friends to be sure God was speaking to us, and we knew, yes, God was leading us to come to the States. And the purpose is the same, to be on mission for God. And while we are within the last 2 years, the other good news is our younger daughter, Ifa Oshunniyi, she gave her life to Christ.
At Sunday school, I was learning about Jesus, and our Sunday school teacher taught us that the only way to get to Jesus Christ is through God. So I decided to give my life to Christ.
When we came to CVC, we knew God is here. God was here and is still here. And the mission of the church is to see life changed. And that is why we are in the state at the moment. And we know God cares about every single person, every single life. In the book of Revelation 5:9, says that Jesus Christ is worthy to take the scroll and to open its seals. For you are slain and have redeemed us from God to God by your blood, out of every tribe and tongue and people and nation. So Jesus Christ came to die for me. He came to die for my wife, and He came to die for my children. Irrespective of what language you speak, what color you are, or where you are from, He came to die for you too.